Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
And here were the Bulls arriving earlier at the arena with a big game on the road away. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton. We are nearly ready.
Well, Kevin.
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Cleveland, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center. That one goes. Count it. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And there's Porter on the assist by Markkanen.
The length and athleticism of Otto Porter able to weather the contact. Terrific strength on that one.
Here's Love. Drummond trying to get himself free. And that one's good. Love.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And he's drawing those whistles. A couple quick ones back to back.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Markkanen. Pass to Love. From 10 feet out. Second shot opportunity. And that one's good. Drummond.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is. And boy, does he attack it.
3-on-3. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Deflected by Young. And he gets it back. Tries again.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Levine can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Levine kicks to White. Tries from 16. And the shot is long. Cleveland leading by 6. Drummond in the post. Carter on him. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
White the pass to Young. Can they get it? Rebound Love.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And the Bulls making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. Garland kicks to Porter. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Windler, the pass to Drummond. Lays it up and banks it in. Drummond's got 6 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Levine dishes to Carter.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he's kept this percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. The Bulls also changing it up. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Young. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Levine. And Thompson throws it down.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. And 1:01 left here in the first quarter. Dunn right side. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Garland. And the Bulls with another miss. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 16-6 run. Porter kicks to Nance. Back to Porter. Cleveland moving the ball around. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Beyond the arc. Head shot off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnover.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Windler. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Chicago right now, Valentine and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. Chris Dunn is out there with Harrison, and it's Cornett in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Windler's shot is off, and Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. Bulls trail by 3. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
It's hauled in by Cornette. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando. Harrison scanning the floor. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
And stolen by White. Markkanen kicks to Valentine. And here is Markkanen. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Adds Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Here's Love. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doors among NBA big men. Kevin Love with some of the best hands you'll find in the league.
No doubt, Kevin, and that's going to help in his shooting game, his passing game, and his rebounding game. This is one of the most skilled bigs we've seen in the history of the league.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Thompson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Young comes in for Markkanen. Porter's checked in for Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison.
I tell you, when Levine gets up ahead of steam, he's really difficult to stay in front of.
Sexton with it. White on him. Drummond passes to Sexton. Good defensive work there by Young.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Levine kicks to White. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. And stolen by Drummond. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
From the baseline. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Carter. Porter finds Drummond. Back to Porter. 1:09 left in the first half of basketball. And Drummond is right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Back to Levine. There's the triple. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And stolen by White. Levine with it. Garland picks him up. Here's White trying to get open as Carter. And it's White missing. Cleveland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Pass to Drummond. Here's Windler, defended by Carter. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Levine passes to Young. Out to White. The 3. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his 4th rebound in this one. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... It was all about Cleveland as the game got going. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a... And...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Levine. Now, here's Garland. White covering. It's interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way. They change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Levine. And Drummond throws it down.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Garland with the bucket.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And Levine, here we go. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Elite athleticism. Levine able to go up, take the hit, and convert.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson comes in for Drummond. And Porter subbed in for Colin Sexton. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen. Satoransky's checked in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Here's Satoransky. And the Bulls get it back. Dunn outside. Pass to Cornett. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Cornett's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers, Dunn showing great vision.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Young's checked in for the Bulls. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Oh, my goodness, a sensational athlete. Go ahead, Thaddeus Young.
Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Now here's Nance. Tight defense on him. To the inside. In transition, here come the Bulls. 13 feet away. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Garland, the pass to Windler. 1:32 left in the third. Count it. Windler's got his first basket.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Dunn kicks to Cornett. Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Young finds Satoransky. Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson, a very good passer for a player in his position. Knows where everyone is heading.
Dunn passes to Cornett. Now, here's Satoransky. And the pass to Cornette. Back to Sadaransky. 6 to shoot. Crafty move. Cornette passes to Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got his second bucket.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Drummond's checked in for Cleveland. Sexton comes in for Garland. The Bulls also changing it up. Markkanen, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Denzel Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Chris Dunn. And Young kicks to Sadaransky. Drills the three-pointer. Sadaransky's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it.
This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Sadaransky. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Chicago, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
That shot is off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bulls out front. They lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So for Chicago right now, Young and Carter are the big men inside. Harrison out there with White. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward.
Well, just 6'2", but the vertical for Colin Sexton. Nicely done.
Here's Carter. Up and in on the layup. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Nance with no one around. Misses off the right iron. Chicago leading. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Porter with the steal. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's the nose for the basketball. Larry Nance, my goodness, what hops on that young guy.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's White. No good that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. The shot by Carter, nobody around. From outside, off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Nance outside. Outside, Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Nance. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Bulls, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Bean comes in for Porter. And Sadaransky subbed in for White. Drummond working against Levine. Here's Osman. He kicks it to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Drills it from outside. Sexton's got 5 points now this quarter.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
The Bulls making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Passes it to Sadaransky. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. to Levine. To end the run, he lays it in.
Levine delivery in a big moment. What a game we've got.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Stolen by Satoransky. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
Here's Drummond, and it's sent back by Carter. Drummond dishes to Garland. A second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Clearly a foul.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ballgame.
Well, in a game this tight, you can't overlook how important those free throws could be.
Satoransky, the pass to Porter. Back to Satoransky. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. And they pick up 2.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Sexton dishes to Love. Back to Sexton. Pass to Osman. Garland kicks to Osman. Pins the shot with nobody near him. And the Cavaliers lead by 4. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. Porter passes to Carter. Not going to go that time. So Cleveland will take it the other way. To the paint. Here's Sexton. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Oh, what a delivery by the young Colin Sexton. Fearless and unbowed.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Free throw good, Sexton. And Chicago has possession. 7-point differential. Satoransky, the pass to Cornett. Count it!
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Garland dishes to Drummond. Osman kicks to Sexton. Pass to Osman. Back to Sexton.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
They've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Levine wide open. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Now the pass to Drummond. Now Garland. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV.
Coming to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter and at the small forward position. And for Miami, they've got Jimmy Butler. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the guard. Oh, wow!
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
And here comes the break. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Carter. Over in the corner, White. And the Bulls tack on two more.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet he'll find an open man.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Adebayo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Levine, good.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Well, their pass it to Jones. Outside Robinson. Over Levine. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Jones. The Bulls have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Feeds to Markkanen. And the layup falls.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Robinson passes to Jones. Back to Robinson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And there's the pass to Jones. Over Markkanen. Puts the move on. And he gets it to go as they call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Jones.
You know, he's exceptionally focused, well liked by his teammates. Markkanen looks to be a centerpiece for the future.
Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando. Down low, it's tipped. Here's Porter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That is a terrific play by Porter, one of the more efficient guys in the game. Shows it again right there.
Here's Nunn. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And you can see their strategy coming in They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
4 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Goran Dragic. Some good contributions, really, since the All-Star break. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
And Satoransky wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
The Bulls leading by 12. To the paint. Here's Hutchison. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Dragic, the pass to Olynyk. Back to Dragic. Passes it to Olynyk. 6 to shoot. The 3. Hutchison with the rebound. Chicago's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. And Satoransky kicks to Valentine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Olynyk.
Yeah, the defender all over.
For Chicago, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. And stolen by Dunn. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Dragic with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Doesn't matter how many years Iguodala plays in this league, he's going to give you everything he has, wire to wire.
And as the first quarter wraps up, Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so when
a boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
They've got Dragic. Myers Leonard is out there with Kelly Olynyk, and there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the 3 spot. It's the group on the floor for Miami. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feed.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Carter against Leonard, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And some changes here for the Heat. Butler, he's checked in for Leonard. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Everyone knows about Markkanen from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark. And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Carter with the bucket.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Over to the wing. And Olynyk kicks to Robinson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Dean comes in for Harrison, and it's White in for Dunn. Here's Levine. It's hauled in by the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind Hero, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Crowder, he's checked in for the Heat. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bulls. Satoransky comes in for Markkanen. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Levine with it, out guarded by Crowder. Satoransky, the pass to Cornett. Outside, White. Satoransky in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Hits the three-point bomb. Satoransky's got 6.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Hero, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one's good by Porter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Count the basket. Adebayo's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Pass to White. Lets it go with the 3. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Magic. 17-foot shot on the way. No good off the back of the rim. Pass to White. Over to the left wing. Satoransky looking around. Good.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. Iguodala comes in for Hero. Then for the Bulls. Young comes in for Porter. And it's Chandler Hutchison in for White. Leonard kicks to Crowder. The pass to Nunn. Back to Crowder. Passes it to Iguodala. Here's Nunn. That's a 2 from Crowder. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Chicago was looking great right away. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both. That's all for now.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Thomas Satoransky, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center position.
And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
Inside, it's stolen by Carter. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. White finds Levine. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's White. Miami grabs the miss. And for Levine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. And that isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
Robinson for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Porter looking it over. Oh, trying for it. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Robinson passes to Nunn. Back to Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Butler. That shot missing. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
It's Porter outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
In terms of consistency, Porter's put up some incredible seasons from distance.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And Satoransky kicks to Dunn. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Hutchison. Good defense by Iguodala.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in, and a change for the Bulls. Harrison's checked in. On its way from Young for 2. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Here's Hero. Misses the 3. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 14-5 run. 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
And the Heat making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Dragic. Pass to Hero. There's the dish to Leonard. Tries it from 9. Here's Olynyk. They get it again. Here's Dragic. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Hutchinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Floats it up for Young, and it's slammed in by Young.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Iguodala with the bucket.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
That shot off, and so it's Chicago, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Heat, we've got Olynyk. Hill is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Dragic, and it's Iguodala in at the 2 guard. Dunn with it. Shoots over Dragic. Dunn misses. You know, Smitty, every team at some point faces some locker room turmoil. How tough is it to balance team chemistry?
You know, it's very tough. Sometimes you have those 1 or 2 player additions that it just changes the dynamic of your team. Sometimes you lose a leader. He might not be the best player. Then a lot of times guys are playing for contracts, and some guys get a little bit upset because they figure they're playing for their individual success versus team. But when you have that right chemistry, it is beautiful.
Here's Crowder. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Young. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
And the Heat with some changes. Butler comes in for Hill. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Butler with the ball, out guarded by Dunn. Butler, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Robinson finds Olynyk. And he banks in the layup.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
The Bulls leading by 21. Dunn outside. Up again. Crowder pulls it in. Heat have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Butler goes in, and the shot is good.
That's the way Jimmy Butler takes it to the hole. Quickness, but with a lot of strength.
Pass to Gafford. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Young with the steal. Valentine passes to Young. It's tipped. Crowder with the steal. And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That is his first foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The kick outside to Butler. Three-pointer. can't get that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. Now here's Levine. Defense is right there. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 21. The pass to Robinson. Markkanen pulls it in. Chicago has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. A nice shot by Carter.
The thing about Carter, even though he loves to play back to the basket, he can also face up and knock down the jumper.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Otto Porter Jr.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
So for the Bulls, Valentine's checked in for Zach LaVine, and Satoransky subbed in for White. Leonard the pass to Silva, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. Out left to the wing. Back to Satoransky. Valentine passes to Gafford. Kicks it to Carter. 3 on the clock. Shoots over Leonard. Satoransky. And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. Now the Heat with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Iguodala, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. It's an 18-point lead. A shot by Valentine, no good. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. There's 14 seconds left in the game.
You see defensively, Carter with good instincts. He can move his feet, and of course, he gives you the size.
Gafford passes to Satoransky. From deep, off target. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a bit. And David Aldridge is standing by. Well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the small forward position. White the pass to Markkanen. Back to White. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. Sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. Porter dishes to Levine. Outside, White. Passes to Markkanen. Over Gordon. Tries to save it, and the Bulls get it back. Levine with it. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Vucevic. From deep. Carter pulls it in. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And now Orlando on the break. Fournier for 3. Another miss by Orlando. Now the Bulls with it. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic. And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bamba is checked in for Gordon. Carter finds Porter. Pass to Levine. And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And it's Carter missing.
I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
To the inside. And stolen by White. In transition, here come the Bulls. Carter's running. And the jam by Levine.
Levine showing you how much he enjoys rising high and pounding it down hard.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Saransky's checked in for Chicago. Chris Dunn comes in for White. It's stolen by Carter. It's tipped. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. While we have a moment here, let's see which teams have scored the most second chance points since the All-Star break. Number 5, the Bulls.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Chandler Hutchison in for Levine. Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Launches it. The shot by Satoransky, no good. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Magic. Here's Fournier. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. And that makes it a tie ball game.
In the fast break situation, if Fournier sees an opportunity for an easy score, he's all in.
1:22 left to play in the first quarter. And the Bulls with another miss. Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Kicks to Augustine. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Dunn passes to Young. Here's Hutchison. That shot missing. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Magic have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Ennis kicks to Vucevic. Fournier for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Here's Hutchison. Count that one. 23 seconds left in the first. Here's Augustine. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, I tell you what, for Augustine being as small as he is, he's crafty and he's stronger than he looks, which allows him to finish through tough defense.
Fournier goes in. Got a piece of it. Here's Young, and Young slams it home.
That is where Thaddeus Young is at his best, running the open floor and finishing on the break.
It's all tied in Orlando. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League.
This will be a rotation player.
And with the importance of the 3-ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Losses the 3 with Gordon at the 4. Carter Williams is out there with Fultz, and it's Birch in at the center. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Harrison. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Fultz from beyond the arc, and then some. Fultz has got the lead up to 5 now for Orlando.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. To the middle, outside for Carter Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup. Carter Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
And for a guard, Carter Williams has a lot of size. I mean, and he uses it well, especially in the post.
Bean passes to White. Inside, Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And Levine, here we go. Do you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
The Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Gordon kicks to Fultz. Back to Gordon. Clock at 6. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The pass to Levine. 2 free throws coming up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Bulls trail by 5. Bean passes to Carter. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Trains the three-pointer. Ross has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now here's Ross. His last outing, he had 24 points, and he makes good on the layup. Ross has got 5 now.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
The Bulls making a switch here. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Porter. Harrison's checked in for Levine, and it's done in for White. Now here's Fultz. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Here's Valentine. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Dunn kicks to Valentine. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. The baseline J. And the Bulls with another miss.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And contact on the shot. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Back to Valentine. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Ross is very dependable as a defender, somebody who uses his length and quick hands to bother shooters.
And
now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Nothing seemed to give way on either. Thanks for joining us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
So for Chicago right now, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the two, but he came into the league as a point guard.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Vucevic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Great pass that time by DJ Augustin.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA. But don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
The former Arizona Wildcat, Gordon is a high-motor player who gives great effort out there all the time.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Trying to get open is Carter. Kick out to Levine. No good from outside. Magic leading by 8. Here's Fournier. Shakes him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They push it up 4 on 3. Outside Levine. Third quarter here.
Are you kidding me? Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And the Magic making a change here. Carter Williams has checked in.
And it's hard to deal with Fournier if you're defending him. I mean, he makes good decisions, whether he's passing or shooting the ball, and that makes him hard to guard.
Markkanen can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 8. Fournier for 3. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Ennis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Satoransky the pass to Markkanen. Here's Satoransky. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Ennis taking his time here. Makes it off the glass. And the Magic lead by 13. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot. Who can defend multiple positions, but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
And it's good for 2.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid. In all fundamentals of the game, and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Levine finds Markkanen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Baseline J on the way. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Porter. Fournier against Levine. Right side, Fournier. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
It's Porter outside. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the wing on the left. Here's Ennis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Thaddeus Young. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Fournier. And it's Fulton for Michael Carter-Williams. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Magic making a switch here. And Ennis drops them both. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. To the inside. It's stolen by Ennis. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Magic have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And Ennis drops them both. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the third. 1 second left.
You know, with excellent lateral quickness for his size, Bamba's a quality defender.
And so it's Orlando out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Markelle Fultz out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Ross in at the 3 side.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Augustine looking around. The feed to Bamba. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Now here is Carter. Here's White. That's in there. Carter with the assist. White's got himself on the board with 3 there.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Here's Bamba, and some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Magic lead by 17. Greg, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
White finds Porter. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Basket good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Fultz. He dishes it to Gordon. Again, the Magic score.
Gordon's jumper really looking good, showing you how dangerous he is from the mid-range.
White the pass to Carter. Dishes it to Markkanen. Stolen by Bamba. And the foul on Wendell Carter. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Orlando making some changes. Vucevic comes in for Bamba. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Now here's Fournier. He kicks to Gordon. All sorts of time. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Levine. Lays it up off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
White the pass to Porter. And it goes down 2 points.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
And Fournier kicks to Augustine. For the 3. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Porter passes to Markkanen. And he drops it in from the low post.
And Markkanen is a low down inside close to the bucket. When he's got nice positioning, he's really comfortable inside.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Augustine passes to Vucevic, and it's out of bounds. A Sailors last touch by Markkanen. And Orlando making a change here. Ennis is checked in. Clock at 4. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And it's sent back by Carter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. It's a 13-point game. Outside, Levine. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, Markkanen doing a nice job crashing the glass there, Kevin, at 7 feet tall. This guy making good use of his size on that possession.
Now here's Vucevic, and Augustine kicks to Gordon. That one is good again. He sits right from the floor with the basket.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Magic.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And making the right plays when necessary. Closing out this club for the 2nd time this season. This victory gives them a 2-0 lead with 2 left against the Bulls.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Aaron Gordon.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Frazier, he's checked in for Ennis.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Pamba dishes to Clark. Pass to Fultz. Here's a 1-2. Now here's Fultz. Clark, the pass to Fultz. Kicks it to Frazier. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly... David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for David...
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The Chicago River winding its way. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And for Chicago, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Now here's Levine, following the miss by Kevin Love. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Sexton finds Drummond. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
White left side. On the wing, Levine. And the shot is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside, White. Shot clock at 6. Back to Levine. Outside, White. Shoots over Garland. Rebound, Andre Drummond. For Cleveland, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Love, no good.
I'm not sure if family and friends are here in the stands tonight, but we wanted to show that one off. Fading away on the shot was absolutely not necessary.
And that one, good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's foul number 2 for him. And Cleveland making a change here. Porter's checked in. Here's Levine, and he uses the glass on the layup. The playoffs around the corner, Brent. Some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right?
I mean, yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
So for the Bulls, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Satoransky comes in for Levine, and it's done in for White.
Really at the right plate defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young comes in for Markkanen, and it's Chandler Hutchison in for Porter.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there, does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
Dunn kicks to Cornette. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And a wide open look for Porter. Here's Thompson. Pass to Windler. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And the basket by Hutchison.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Satoransky with it. Garland picks him up.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Thompson, and another miss by Cleveland.
That's pretty much the only way to keep them from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Some changes for Chicago. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Dunn. Here's Harrison. His last outing, he had 8 points. From the line, with the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their defense has been active and effective. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
They've got Harrison, Valentine out there with Young. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Cornette in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
Think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And stolen by Sexton. From the wing, Windler's shot is off. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
Well, we wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
It's stolen by Nance. Plenty of space. Here's Thompson. He kicks it to Nance. Passes it to Sexton. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nance has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Nance can be quick, and this time out-hustles his opponent to the offensive board.
2 points. That one goes.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Sexton the pass to Nance. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Valentine wide open. He fires. Hits the jumper in space. Valentine's got his first 3 points of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Satoransky. Harrison scanning the floor. Now here's Valentine. Guarded by Porter. Yep, that one goes in there. Valentine's got 5 now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Sexton the pass to Windler. And that time, also a missed shot. The Bulls leading by 18. Harrison in the corner. Here's Cornette. He's covered by Thompson. They get the rebound. Cornette kicks to Young. Over Nance. Fades away. Clock at 6. Satoransky, bounce pass. Here's Cornette. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinning up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. For 3, Levine nailed from three-point land. 9 points in the game so far.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Out to Carter. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. One-on-one fast break. Here's Garland. And another miss by Cleveland to the left side wing. There's the pass to Sexton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Sexton, not one of the bigger guards in the league, but he plays with a tremendous tenacity.
Porter's checked in for Chicago. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in. The Cavaliers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Seconds left here in the second. That one drops for him. White's got 6 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Levine inside the three-point line. And that one released in time, but thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Chicago came ready to play. Near flawless execution from both the defensive and that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. For 3, LaVine. That one's not going to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. The Cavaliers trail by 18. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. And then on Sunday, They'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Outside, Porter pulls up, high post, drained for 2 points. Porter's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Chicago. Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. To the paint. And Love throws it down.
Smartly played there from Love. He knows exactly where to cut after he sets that screen.
For three, Levine. Carter finds Levine. It's Porter. It's out the key. There's the triple. Levine can't hit. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's an 18-point game. Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Carter dishes to Levine. Carter with it. Guarded now by Sexton. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Chicago making some changes. Young comes in for Carter. And it's Harrison in for Levine. Now, here's Garland. White covering. Garland kicks to Thompson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The fourth pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Now the feed to Markkanen. Back to Young. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Pass to Windler. From past the arc. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Shaquille Harrison. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Stolen by Garland.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
Chicago leading by 17. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Nance passes to Porter. Here's Windler. Guarded by Porter. Windler's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Saransky's checked in for Valentine. Done outside. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Oh, the D's so tight on him, and it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Outside, Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. There's 1:38 left in the third. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Young. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. There's Satoransky. Misses the three. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Feeds to Thompson. Pass to Windler. Outside, Porter. And there's the pass to Garland. Goes up at the stripe. And again, it's Cleveland.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
A slam dunk by Garland.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
On the wing, Porter. And stolen by Dunn. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Porter dishes to Dunn. To the wing right side. Three-pointer. Porter, no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Porter, no luck. Here's Hutchison. He's covered by Thompson. Now Satoransky. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Hutchison. What a shot!
Oh, yes.
Amazing!
That one counts.
Unreal.
Resourceful move there, ending the period.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Wright and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Over to the left wing. And that one's good. Osman. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Love. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Back to Osman. Pass to Garland. Good on the three-point shot. Garland's got 9 points here in the second half.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Levine passes to Carter. Markkanen kicks to Levine. From 10 feet out, and he hits the jump shot. And the Bulls lead by 12. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sexton the pass to Drummond. Sexton dishes to Drummond. Here's Osman. Now the pass to Sexton. Back to Osman. 6 on the shot clock. Garland the pass to Drummond. And they pick up 2.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Levine with it. Garland picks him up. Back to Levine. That's tipped. Stolen by Garland. The open look here for Sexton. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Possession.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
I love hitting that shot with consistency there, mid-range Jay.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Kicks to White. Pass to Hutchison. To the right side. Here's Levine. Love grabs the board. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 14-6 run. Yes!
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Hunter finds White. Here's Hutchison. Passes to Levine from the arc. Bulls with the fresh shot clock. Here's White. Hits it from three-point range. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Give them credit. They worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
Oh, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
We love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Garland, no good. And here's Levine. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good competition with the...
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not...
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Take a look at the Heat. They've had a great season. We'll look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Bulls. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, for the Bulls, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Robinson. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And for the Bulls, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's White in at the point guard. Markkanen finds Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
You can see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
And it's sent back by Carter. Pass to White. 11 feet away. That misses off the backboard.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Butler trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Charlotte. Deep 2 from Robinson. And the Heat get another bucket right there. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, listen, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
And he makes the first.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
And it's sent back by Carter.
An aggressive defender. Carter Jr. also excels at using his physical advantages to turn shots back.
And they're running. He lobs it up. Jones, no luck. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in. Now, I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Levine can't hit. The Heat leading by 3. Stolen by Markkanen. Carter, the pass to White. With the shot. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Well, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
The pass to Adebayo. Outside Butler. Down low. Jones kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 2. It's deflected.
Well, a step in the right direction. Markkanen must continue to make these kinds of efforts on defense.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Butler against Porter. 14 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. Porter finds Carter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Saransky's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Now, here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
And this is the level of unselfishness that Butler brings, a total pro who moves the ball well.
Here's Hutchison. He got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 1. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is.
Basketball. That's that. Always.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remains so devoted to the game.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Heat, Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Crowder in at the 4 slot. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Tries from 16. Hutchison with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the shot goes in. Carter's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And you love to have a player like Chris Dunn out on the perimeter with his defense.
Oh, man, big men love guards that can actually keep their assignment in front of them. Dunn has quick feet, great lateral movement, and that's why he's a successful defender.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Passes it to Olynyk. Over Carter. Nice move. And that one clearly a foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's stolen by Dragic. Iguodala kicks to Dragic. Young with the steal. Dunn with it. Now guarded by Dragic.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Pass to Silva. Back to Olynyk. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Iguodala. Hutchison with the rebound. Hutchinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Back to Dunn. 6 to shoot. Here's Satoransky. A three-pointer off the mark. The Heat trail by 5. Leonard the pass to Dragic. Olynyk, and it's blocked. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Satoransky. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Olynyk dishes to Leonard. Nice move. Yes, that goes in.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate, and that feed was phenomenal.
Dunn kicks to Young. 1:44 left in the second quarter. And the basket by Hutchison.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Denzel Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Harrison's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Dunn. Back to Robinson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Markkanen passes to Cornette. White, wide open. He fires. No good on the three. The Heat trail by 5. Kicks it to Leonard. From downtown, it doesn't go for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. And the Heat making a change here. Butler's checked in. White finds Markkanen to the left wing. White looking around. Makes it off the glass. White's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Here's Adebayo. Harrison with the rebound.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Heat have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. Fires the 3. He can't hit that time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end. And that's going to do it for us here.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Wendell Carter in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the center position. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
White with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Levine wide open. Knocks down the 3 ball. Levine's got 9. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
And the jam by Levine.
And this gets the team fired up. Levine is an energizer who enjoys dropping the hammer on the drive.
Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. 11 feet away, Miami grabs the miss.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. White, left side. Here's Levine. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Levine's got 7 now in this quarter.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Butler passes to Nunn. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. When you look around the NBA, which player most emulates the style and approach that you have? And you were special. So you've got to have a very special category for this one.
Well, thanks, Ken. That's flattering. I like to be in the categories with these guys because I'm such fans of them. But Blake Griffin, when I think about him, and also Joel Embiid, the fact that Embiid can shoot out on the floor, he can space up, but in the post, he likes to go to work as well. I just think he gives you such a mix of offensive moves that you can't stop, that as a defender, you're always worried and on guard and looking over your shoulder because you don't know what he's going to hit you with because he has so many options.
But in my mind, there's only one Chris Webber.
Thanks, man.
It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Heat moving the ball around. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Iguodala draws the double. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
Now we get a chance to check out Thaddeus Young. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up 13 points a game, over 2.5 steals and 6 rebounds. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Harrison passes to Young. Rebound by Olynyk.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Silva.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Greg, this game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half. He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
Here's Olynyk, puts the move on, and it's good on the layup.
Gifted scorer around the rim. Olynyk can finish over either shoulder, and he's got great touch.
And the pass to Valentine. It's stolen by Dragic. Now here's Olynyk. The kick out to Dragic. Crowder from outside. Doesn't go that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Now Valentine still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's stolen. It's deflected. Crowder, the pass to Dragic. Shoots over Satoransky. Valentine grabs the board. Chicago leading. Passes it to Satoransky. Cornette kicks to Valentine. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Satoransky. Rebound by Olynyk. Here's Hero over Valentine. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bulls lead by 2. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth, they've got Myers-Leonard. Dragic is out there with Hero. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Butler in at the 3. Lets it fly, and the shot falls short this time. Miami trailing. Crowder finds Butler to tie it up. No good. That would have tied it.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Porter passes to Harrison. Here's White. Fires from deep. Drops in the tray. White's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bulls.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And he gets it to go.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Harrison passes to White. He kicks it to Porter. And it's sent back by Leonard. They retain possession. Markkanen good.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
It's been a huge night for Butler. I mean, here's a guy who can shoulder the load offensively any night.
Outside, White. Outside, Porter. Back to White. Carter, the pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Crowder, and the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his third foul of the game.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, sometimes he's going to keep the possession alive. Sometimes he's going to commit the foul.
Chicago making a switch here. Levine's checked in.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's off on the first. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The Bulls leading by 3. And the jam by Levine.
That's just a real concentration from Levine. Accepting the hit and finding a way to work through it.
Free throw good, Levine. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Porter against Butler. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. The 3. Jones trying to get open. Nunn can't get it to fall. Levine kicks to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
To the paint. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Robinson. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Levine dishes to Porter. On to White. Lets it go with the 3. Good on the triple. White's got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago.
Like the vision from Porter, not just looking for his own shot, constantly looking to get it to the open man.
Robinson misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Levine against Jones. Levine feeling it out a bit. Clock is at 3. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Carter with the jam.
Chemistry
at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. The shot by Adebayo, no good. The Bulls leading by 13.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Bulls.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach LaVine.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And so he makes both from the line. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hutchison. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. For three, LaVine sinks the three-pointer.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Look, he runs, jumps like a gazelle. Iguodala, a special person and athlete.
Shooting for Miami, Andre Iguodala, taking 2 shots. And both free throws good for Iguodala. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Done outside. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with
the Magic getting off the bus earlier on. A sharp-dressed and got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the 3. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Vucevic with the block. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fournier finds Vucevic. Back to Fournier. Now here's Ennis. White covering. Ennis misses. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. White drives in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Vucevic.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for a defense, which is why you see them compromise.
Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Now here's Ennis. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Just 4 to shoot, and Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
Off the turnover, not just a good on-ball defender. Porter will also gamble and pick up steals for you.
In the corner, Bamba with it. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. The Orlando Magic coming to this one following a loss to the Bulls. White dishes to Markkanen. White against Augustine. Kept alive. Markkanen out to White. Porter outside. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Here's Bamba. He feeds it to Ennis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Thien passes to Markkanen. Over Gordon. That one a little long. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. They trail by 1. Outside Fournier. From about 19 feet, Markkanen pulls it in.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Clock at 6. Here's White. Banked in off the glass. White's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Bamba. Doesn't go for him. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
Now here's Gordon. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. All alone. Rebound by Ennis. The Magic trail by 3. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Augustine, that's good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Stolen by Bamba. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Shot clock at 3. Shoots. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Magic have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Carter Williams kicks to Birch. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. All going up court.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And the quick feet of Fultz are a problem for the defense, especially when he takes it strong to the hole.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
We've got Chris Dunn, also Thomas Satoransky out there. And it's Cornette in at the center position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Satoransky, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
The pass to Cornette. Floats it up for Young. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Carter Williams, the pass to Vucevic. Ross, that's good. Ross has got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic.
Ross didn't seem bothered at all by the contact there. Nice finish.
Cornette passes to Hutchison. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for Orlando. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Dunn. And a switcher also for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Kem Birch. Here's Harrison. 8 points his last outing. Over Fultz. That shot misses. So Orlando will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Now here's Ross. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here are the Magic now. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Vucevic. Back to Fultz. Pass to Ross. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Bamba. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
There's Harrison after the Magic pick up 2. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Thaddeus Young. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's right around 13 points a night, over 2.5 steals and 6 rebounds. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
I mean, high-level feel for the game. Allows him to gamble with a purpose. Does he get burned once in a while? Sure, but not as often as he guesses right.
Yeah, you got to be aware of that overall athleticism of Fultz. Awesome at getting inside and finishing with power.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Gordon's checked in for Bamba. James Ennis comes in for Terrence Ross. Evan Fournier's checked in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Bulls trail by 8. There's the lob to Markkanen. Porter finds Levine. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Such great balance and rhythm on this shot. Zach LaVine making it look easy.
White against Augustine. Ennis taking his time here. Vucevic with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from White. Augustine against White. Passes it to Vucevic. Fournier gets a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Fournier's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. With 1 on the clock. And so it's the Orlando Magic. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Some good moments from both teams.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier of the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Levine finds Carter. Back to Levine. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way. I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that. I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 fouls, and you're out.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Rebound by the Bulls. Outside, Levine. Here's Carter. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
To the middle. Stolen by Markkanen. Carter with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Here's Porter. Fournier pulls it down.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Three-pointer Augustine buries it from three-point range. Augustine's got 5.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here is Carter. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Levine dishes to Markkanen. Here's Carter. That shot is off. Gordon with the defensive effort. Orlando leading by 6. To the inside. Vucevic lays it up and banks it in. Vucevic has got his 3rd basket of the night.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half. Showing good execution on the offensive end.
Markkanen good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Ennis. Inside. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Kept alive Orlando. And it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Levine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The defense in a tough situation. They know Levine loves the jump shot, but he can also put it on the floor and take it to you.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Harrison's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Now here's Fultz. 7 points in the game. Overdone. Chicago grabs the miss.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Levine. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Birch the pass to Vucevic. Here's Birch. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Picked away. Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chicago.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Now Ross, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Back to Fultz. 5 on the clock. The pass to Ross. The 3 ball. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Magic lead by 7.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
The Bulls have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. First one falls for him. So for the Bulls, Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Luke Cornett. And Zedaransky subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Now here's Gordon. He has 6. Ross with a wide open look. Offensive rebound.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Baseline try. Birch grabs the board.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. The Magic have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. Bulls trail by 11. Dunn passes to Valentine, and Gordon over to help. Here's Dunn. No good with the layup.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And it's Young finishing it off.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Oh, what a shot! Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for Orlando. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already got a double-double. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. James Ennis comes in for Cam Birch, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. Ross dishes to Augustine. No good with the triple.
He's got to know not to take that shot when he's so closely defended.
Over in the corner, White. Ross against Levine. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. Markkanen finds Carter. Shoots over Vucevic. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Carter.
The thing about Carter, even though he loves to play back to the basket, he can also face up and knock down the jumper.
Ross passes to Vucevic. Down low, here's Gordon, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Augustine with it, and it's Carter picking him up, and it's good for 2. And the Magic lead by 6. And here's Levine. No good that time. Great D that time from Vucevic. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Ross against Levine. Gordon the pass to Ross. Nice D from Levine.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Porter kicks to White. Levine deciding where to go with it. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
I mean, both sides are really battling. Zach LaVine right in the middle of it, wanting to take charge.
Ennis dishes to Vucevic. Good work defensively by Carter.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Bulls moving the ball around and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, he's exceptionally focused, well liked by his teammates. Marketing looks to be a centerpiece for the future.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Augustine finds Gordon to the inside. Here's Fournier, defended by Carter. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Markkanen pulls it in.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Back to Levine. Four on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. They get it back. 1:02 left in the 4th quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He's 6'5", but he has elite athleticism. LaVine with the size to compete on the interior.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Fantastic job stepping up and knocking those 2 down. That's got to be a huge confidence builder.
White against Augustine. Fournier into the lane. And it's Vucevic missing. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 14-5 run here. It counts.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Fournier against Levine. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Porter trying to free himself up. It's in!
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Now here is Augustine. Ennis with the ball. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game.